Let's make a start, folks, with our press conference this weekend. Sergeant Security Phillip on 360. Pair of Sunday races. Saw Craig Lowndes win the early one today and his teammate Jamie Whincup win the one this afternoon. 3 championship contenders go to the Sydney Olympic Park final in 2 weeks' time. We have each of them in front of us, so I'm sure we have plenty of questions. I'll start with you, Jamie Whincup. On a weekend where you said yesterday that you perhaps felt a little bit guilty taking the points haul you amassed. Today you won't be feeling guilty at all. You had a much better Sunday than Saturday.
Yeah, we've had a tough weekend. I shouldn't say too tough, but we just haven't had any pace. Qualifying all the races up until that last one where we generally had speed. So it was nice to have a good car, race hard, and yeah, it's. I think Sydney's going to be another slogfest. I know there's going to be plenty of other non-championship contenders fast in Sydney as well, so it's going to be up to us to scrap out a championship amongst the other guys who are all trying to go out on a big high. But we all know Sydney's a crazy weekend, anything can happen, so it's clearly a 3-horse race.
20 points the margin. If Craig wins both races, you come second in both races, he'll actually win the championship. Is that nice motivation to know that you're going to have to win the championship by potentially winning the races?
Well, yeah, no, there's no margin really. It's we've all got an opportunity. You know, it's so easy to DNF in Sydney or to have a bad run. So there's the whole 3 of us have got pretty much equal opportunity, and it's all going to come down to the last weekend.
Might continue the championship points order and go straight to yourself, Craig. 8th to 1st this morning. Probably as good a drive as you could have hoped for, but didn't quite have the car speed in that one.
The last race was we just didn't have the car speed. You're right. This morning's race, starting 8th, I thought we were in sort of a bit of a disaster zone, but the way it part the seas going into turn 1, I think everyone had an altercation, and we managed to get through all that, and then of course we got to second, which there was daylight between Jamie and I, and the only thing that that gave us the opportunity was obviously that safety car, which it was pretty negligent. I think I don't think that the safety car needed to come out, to be honest, but it did, and it helped me enormously. Obviously. Closed the gap to Jamie, and then basically we had a good car at the finish. But that's race we just completed. The last race today, we just didn't quite have the pace. We struggled off the line a little bit. We still managed to keep the lead, but Jamie got me into turn 2, so did Frosty, and then we had the pace to stay there with them, but not quite to compete with them.
Your point of view on the protest and the appeal against yesterday's results, have you accepted it and turned the page?
We did that this morning, so yes. Yeah, now look, it's all done and dusted. I think the V8 Supercars wanted more of a media fest than what we did.
And as far as Sydney Olympic Park, will it be an independent team within a team, or will you guys work collectively together to make sure you're in front of those pursuers that Jamie disclosed, or will you actually do your own thing?
Oh, look, we'll work as a team as we always have. It'll come down to whoever gets it right in the day, like today. We had a good run this morning. Jamie had a great run this afternoon. That's what it's going to come down to, and I think that we'll continue to work as a team like that. And it just really comes down to Duddo and Jamie and JJ and I to get the best out of it.
All good. Frosty, you come here this weekend, obviously totally new specification V8 Supercar, but last year 2 FPR wins, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. Did you expect to leave here with a bigger points haul than you actually amassed?
Well, coming here I was actually quite nervous because of the track surface, and when you look, I kept comparing this to Texas where we did struggle a little bit, but when you qualified pole twice and third, I thought we would come away with some good points, but just the races didn't fall our way, but it's still, 2 poles, we've got a quick car, which, at Homebush and stuff, if we can use the quick car, you get good track position, get clear of the stuff that happens behind, we'll try and transfer this speed to there. But race pace wasn't as good as the qualifying pace, but all in all, you take the points you can get. There's a fair bit of contact out there, so the car actually come home okay, and thankfully got enough points and could have easily been off the track a couple of times this weekend, so come away with some good points.
At the start of that race, there was a host of 888 built cars and 888 assisted cars. You were the only person out there flying your own flag. Did you feel a bit lonely?
No, not really. No, you're always lonely in a car because no one's in there with you, so it's always a bit lonely.
We could probably sort something out.
Yeah, get a passenger, but I'll select my passenger. Don't want every passenger in the car, but 888 cars, and Van Gies is on a mission, and he's just dive bombing like no tomorrow. So it's interesting, but I'll try and rev my blokes up, and hopefully they'll do the same for me in a couple of weeks' time.
I'm sure there'll be orchestrated chat about who can do what when we go to Sydney Olympic Park. Let's have some questions, please, for our 3 assembled drivers.
Hi, each of you, please, could I have your thoughts on whether you think you can win the championship?
Yes, I think I can win the championship.
Sorry?
I do think I can.
Why?
I feel I've worked the hardest this year.
Craig?
Well, we wouldn't be able to Sydney if we didn't think we could win. I think that it's been a quite an unbelievable season in the sense of different winners, and I think you've also seen every time we go to different tracks. Like Frosty said, coming here, we all know the track, but the grip levels give us a new lease of life and a new challenge. I think go to Homebush, it'll be the same. It'll be a bit of a lottery, and it's going to have to work hard. We had a great run there last year. Fingers crossed we can do it again this year.
Got mine, folks? These two are going to not be so friendly in a couple of weeks' time, and I'm just going to slide on through, mate.
Come on, let's have some more
What else
questions.
you got?
Top 3 championship place getters heading into a fantastic finale in 2 weeks' time. Let's not let them get off scot-free.
Pretty good opportunity, you know. You can say more.
Jamie, your street circuit record this year isn't that healthy compared to some of the others. You worried about that a little bit going into the last round being on a street circuit?
No, I'm not. I've had some reasonable pace there in the past. I just haven't been able to put it together, and I was looking pretty good last year on Saturday, but decided to stop halfway down pit lane for a rest. But no, I think we should, if we do a good job, I think we should be there or thereabouts. So I think it's really going to come down to us if we do a good job. But there's no reason why we shouldn't be quick.
Come on, folks, you've got something else, I'm sure.
His hand up. Fogs is back. The pupil at the front.
How different is it now? Because the past couple of years, 2010 was a live fight, but the last couple of years it's been you and Craig, but it was just only a long shot mathematical equation. But now you and he are very close together, and Mark is certainly within reach. So how does that change the whole dynamic?
I think it's on. It's you're right. Going into Homebush the last couple of years, I've on the Saturday I've just needed to score points and haven't been able to do so. And we've gone into Sunday, pretty with only a handful of points in it. So it's no different this year, where there's nothing in it. It's all going to come down to the last race, which is exactly what you guys wanted. We've all been trying hard to make it boring, but it's come down to a 3-horse race, a couple of hold-ins, a Ford. I think it's a good script, and I think it's going to be a good battle. As I say, amongst all the other guys, it's not like it's going to be the three of us out there just doing it easy. All the other guys will be well and truly in the scrap of things, and they're going to want to go out on high as well.
Jamie, got the impression that it's probably one of yours and Dato's hardest weekends to get to where you are now, leading the points back again. Do you feel it's been that hard work? I mean, it hasn't come to you naturally this weekend.
No, we were genuinely 26th out the box. We massively missed the mark we set up on Friday, and we've just been chasing our tails ever since. So it's awesome to finally get there. We generally had pace in that last race. So yeah, we feel like we started at the back and ended up at the front. So we're pretty happy with our performance.
Championship points as we wait for some further questions. 28.15 for Jamie Whincup, 20 ahead of Craig Lowndes on 27.94, 124 ahead of Mark Winterbottom on 26.91. Mathematical chance for Will Davison, but a long shot at best, 25.92.
Frosty, is there more pressure on you in 2 weeks' time since you're the guy doing the chasing, or is there more pressure on these guys, the fact that they're up there and trying to hold on to that lead?
Oh, it's not much pressure on me. I can go there and just go all out. Like, I don't have to protect points. I can just go and have a big crack and dive in gaps and just have a really good crack, which is what I'm going to do. And both those guys are got to race each other, because 20 points could go pretty easily. That's about 2 spots, I think. You'd probably work it out, 2 spots or something. So there has to be a point where they're going to start focusing on each other. There's no doubt. And for me, I just go there trying to race. I'm 124 down, and just go hard. That's it's probably the least amount of pressure I've had going in there. And if Saturday works out to plan, then Sunday might be pressure. But it's definitely, there's a point where one of them has to beat the other, and that's more pressure on them for sure.
One for Craig and one for Frosty. Craig, I mean, you're probably the sentimental favourite leading into fortnight away. I mean, just how hungry are you to win a title for the first time in 14 years?
As about as hungry as you can get after 14 years, I suppose. It's the closest I've been to having a really good opportunity. Last 2 years, we finished second in the championship. Last year, we managed just to finish second. The year before, on the back of Fogues' comments, we went into the last race and it was 30 points apart. So we had a really good crack 2 years ago. And in 2006, we lost the championship here. So over the years, we've been in contention, just haven't quite had the opportunities to finalise or close out the season. I think that in 2 weeks' time, we've got a great opportunity to be able to do that. So yeah, very hungry, very happy to be in the situation. Obviously, coming into this weekend, we're 8 points in front. Now we're 20 behind, so we're not happy with the weekend, but that's racing. That's the way it goes. And I think that with the format we've got at Sydney, you can, as Frosty said, you can quite easily make or break 20 points or more, and really just going to come down to staying out of trouble, circulating with the best you can. You can't manufacture anything. It's a concrete canyon. You just got to go there and do the best you can.
And Frosty, your teammate, obviously his weekend never really got started after being turned around. What's the mood down there for him? He's not really in contention for the title anymore.
I haven't really spoken to him too much because we had quite a lot of commercial stuff on, so you sort of see each other in a debrief and you rattle off your scenarios, but he was pretty good, I think, in the races, the last 2 races, or 2 days races. He didn't qualify well, but he drove through and looked like he was going a lot better, so haven't spoken to him, but obviously he'll be a bit disappointed with the weekend because, winning last year, we both won here last year, so you come here trying to sort of exceed what you did last year, and I'm sure he would have wanted a couple of wins, but just it didn't start for him. Qualifying was probably what hurt him, and I'm sure they'll look at that, but in the race he had a pretty good pace, so haven't really spoken, but I'm sure we'll find out at the workshop when we all debrief, and some are happy, some are angry, and he's probably in the middle at the moment.
Well, stage is set. Frosty's looking for his first championship. Craig's looking for his 4th, and Jamie's looking for his 5th. Sydney in 2 weeks' time. See you then, folks.